The Xbox One enjoyed a strong third year on the market with an expanding backwards compatibility catalog, Xbox Play Anywhere support, and a nice system revision. Its software lineup was no slouch either, with some strong exclusives and an even stronger array of multi-platform games. Forza Horizon 3 is one such game. Building on the foundations of the previous two Horizon titles, it offers a tremendous amount of variety for a racer. Its Australian setting provides a wide array of diverse locations to explore, letting you seamlessly drive between the outback, jungles, beaches, and the countryside. There are a ton of different things to do throughout Horizon 3's open world. You might wander off the beaten path to search for a hidden car, take part in an impromptu race, smash a hard-to-reach billboard, set a new high-speed or drift record, or simply stop to take in the sights. Horizon 3 is one of the best-looking games of the year on any platform. Dishonored 2 builds on the foundation of its predecessor with a more believable world, intelligent AI, and a choice of two playable characters, each with their own distinct skills. What it lacks in terms of difficulty and interesting storytelling, it more than makes up for with some brilliantly conceived levels and opportunities for experimentation. Prior to release, director Harvey Smith described how playtesters had combined powers in ways that developers hadn't considered. It's easy to spend hours playing around with the myriad possibilities that exist. In his review, GameSpot's Scott Butterworth even describes Dishonored 2 as being as much a toy box as it is a game. It's also one of those games that sticks with you after you're done playing for the day. It'll keep you up at night as you relive your conquests and contemplate the alternative approaches you could have taken. A frequent criticism of the first Titanfall was the lack of a real single-player mode. Titanfall 2 more than answers the call, providing us with a well-paced story and some of the most memorable moments and levels of the year. It also manages to make you genuinely care about your Titan counterpart, even if the writing isn't as strong as it could be. This emphasis on single-player didn't come at the expense of the strong multiplayer that Titanfall is known for. Titanfall 2 introduces new progression systems that give you ample reasons to keep you coming back. There are also distinct new Titans, including one that can wield a sword and another that rains explosive fire down on your enemies. Throughout all of this, Titanfall 2 can also boast about having arguably the smoothest, most natural movement and controls in any shooter on the market. In a game where you can walk around in a huge mech annihilating your foes, the fact that running, or wall running, is still so much fun is a testament to Respawn's design work. Battlefield 1 is another Xbox One shooter that surprised everyone by including a strong, single-player component alongside its quality multiplayer mode. Single-player content has never been developer DICE's strong suit, but by dividing Battlefield 1's campaign into 5 disparate stories, it was able to make each storyline only as long as it needed to be. It tells real, human stories that stay grounded by not turning characters into superheroes, and they didn't all have happy endings. Battlefield 1's campaign does a far better job of conveying the horrors of war than any previous game in the series. Its multiplayer doesn't aspire to do the same thing, instead taking the established Battlefield formula and evolving it. And that's not a bad thing. Battlefield 1 offers the most dynamic matches the series has ever seen thanks to map-dominating behemoth vehicles and weather effects that force you to alter your tactics. Overwatch represents Blizzard's first foray into shooters. As it did with MMOs, collectible card games, and everything else, Blizzard offers a unique take on the genre that streamlines a concept, but not at the expense of depth. The interplay between its 23 characters and counting remains as interesting as it did on launch day. Matches can change on the fly not just because of players using their ultimates, but because of the ability to switch between characters after a death. This adds an additional layer of strategy to what would still be an enjoyable shooter without it. One thing that never gets old is identifying a weakness of your team or the enemy's team and then moving into a role that swings the match in your favor. Additional characters and maps, seasonal events, and wise design changes have also ensured the game doesn't get stale, and Blizzard's track record suggests that the level of support won't fall off anytime soon.